Hello and welcome back to my channel where I unbox slash review slash whatever you guys want to call it. I open up toys and you guys watch it. Today I have a couple of figures. I'm only going to be opening one in this episode, but I've been sick for the past couple weeks and my voice hasn't sounded quite right. It still doesn't sound very good right now, but I need to record. I have a huge backlog of figures I need to unbox, so I guess we'll just get right on into it. Today I have the WWE Elite Bradshaw True FX. You can see I got this on clearance. I got most of my figures. I usually get most of my figures on clearance. I rarely buy new figures that are full price because, well, they're just so expensive these days. I don't know what to tell you. But yes, I have the WWE Legends Series Bradshaw figure right here. Of course, my ring light is giving it a bit of a hard time showing the figure, but I think we can deal with that. Yes, so let's go over the box real quick. You have a nice little picture of Bradshaw right here with the earring. I didn't know he wore earrings back then. That seems very un-Bradshaw-like, but I guess, I don't know. It was it was the 90s, early 2000s. Everyone wore earrings. You have the WWE Legends logo right here, Bradshaw right there. If you turn it on the side, you have the same image of Bradshaw, just a little bit bigger in case you couldn't see all the details here, I guess. On the back, you have the same picture of Bradshaw one more time. A little bit of a bio, you can read that if you want. All the other figures in this series, I believe I have all of them except for Molly Holly. Rey Mysterio is one of those figures I have on backlog. On the other side, you have the same picture of Bradshaw with the logo once again, and then that brings us right back to the front. So we'll go ahead and transition. And this is pretty much all you get with the figure. You don't get too much. We'll start with the hands. You get 2 extra hands. You get a fist. If it'll focus on the fist, it might not. I'm back to using my webcam, so it's a little bit less controllable. We all know what fists look like. They are pretty typical fists. They look pretty good. I like having fists for my figures. And then you have the regular hands that are just the grippy, I'm going to hold a chair or whatever type of hand right there. Then you get this nice, pretty tag team belt. We'll set Bradshaw right there. You get this nice and pretty WWE World Tag Team Championship belt. I do like it. It is struggling to focus on this. But yes, you do get this belt. I like it. This is now the second one I have because I did pick up, what's his name? Farouk. So now I have the old tag team, which is nice because now if I ever get like a classic Edge, you know, they released those old Edge and Christian figures from when they were a tag team in the 2000s. If I ever get those, I can give them tag team belts. Same with the Hardys. If I ever get like the Brood version of the Hardys, I believe that was a 2-pack, I want to say it, maybe not. I think it came with ladders. I don't know, that's a very old set. I can give them titles as well. Same with the Dudleys, but you know. So it's nice to have a set of those. So we'll set that right over there. And then you have the figure itself, Bradshaw, right here. It looks odd. I'm not used to seeing Bradshaw like this. I grew up watching wrestling back when he was JBL, when he transitioned to that type of character. You know what, this light's a little harsh. I'm gonna bring it up, or maybe bring it behind him a little more. That kind of helps a little bit. Yeah, I grew up when he was more of the JBL character, so I never saw him like this, with the long hair and the earrings and the chest whatevers. So it's very interesting to see him in this attire. Something I'm not super duper used to, but it is cool to have this guy in figure form. So I guess we'll start with his face. You have a nice, beautiful, true FX looking face. It does look a little blurry with the facial hair. That's just kind of how the true FX works. Surprising to see the true FX on a Legends figures. Usually they say true FX, but it's a legend, so you can't really do that, especially when they're like legends who aren't alive anymore. So I don't necessarily buy into the claim that these are true effects when it comes to the legends, but this does look fairly true FXy. I mean, I don't know, it looks decent. Yeah, it does. The beard looks fine. It does look like he spilt chocolate on his face rather than an actual beard, but you know, the earring right there, it's actually textured. You can you can feel it. There's a little mark right there, but it's not too bad. Same on this side, you have another earring right there. On the chest, you have their chesticles, you have their tattoos, whatever. I don't know what these were supposed to symbolize. I don't get it. And I haven't gone back to like research it or anything like that. I don't care too much about the Acolytes. I think they're a fun team. I thought they were funner when they were the APA. This is the Acolytes version of that team, but you know. So I don't know too much about the significance there. Moving on to the tights, I believe this is they worked for the Ministry of Darkness when they debuted, correct? I believe that's what happened there. So this is kind of like Taker's old logo with the Acolytes logo on top of it. Very interesting gimmick for a character like Bradshaw and Farouk, of course. Not something you'd really expect to see, I guess. I don't know. But it looks good. It's good attire. I like it. I like the purple and the black. I think it looks pretty cool. Then you have the boots. Fairly standard. You have one elbow pad right there, and then it painted on bicep strap and wrist straps right there. Let's move on to the articulation. The head can go back. Fairly decent. This is a big head for the body, let's be perfectly honest, so it's going to move around a little bit more than a regular head would. So it can move back fairly decently, move forward. I'd say that's pretty decent. Wiggle side to side, goes all the way around, of course. Pretty much what you would expect for a figure. The elbow or the arm can go up all the way to about right there. That's pretty decent, especially since he had that nasty clothesline from hell, so you can do a pretty nasty clothesline right there. It is a little stiff. I'm worried about bending that, but you know, it can go all the way around like so. Rotate at the bicep, double jointed pinless arms. Loving this with the Elite. I think it looks beautiful. It works so well. I love these double jointed arms. Sometimes they're a little buggy. I think the smaller wrestlers they need a little bit of work, I'd say. The smaller wrestlers, their arms are usually maybe too small for the double jointedness. I don't know. They tend to feel a little weak, but you know, I'm still happy to have it. I'd rather have it than not have it. The ab crunch, let's see, the back can go to about right there. It can go to about right there, and then if you add the legs to it, it can go, that's good enough for a power bomb. Batista, pick him up, drop him down like that. Fairly decent, I'd say. I do like that. That means the legs can, of course, go up pretty high. I'd say if you finagle it, you can make it look like a nice big boot. Somebody's head would be right there. Boom, you know. Swivel here at the thigh can go all the way around like so. Double jointed, not pinless knees, but they are double jointed. Almost able to kick his own ass. Not quite there. Close, but no cigar on that one. Swivel here at the boot. Love to see that. Looks pretty good. The ankle can go down like so. Fairly loose, or not loose, but fairly smooth. It's not sticking like these normally do. Up to about right there, and then a little bit of a swivel. Little bit. You can, ow, I broke my ankle type of thing, if you wanted to. Looks fairly decent, so I'd say this is one of the best Legends figures we've gotten. They are all pretty decent. You know what you're going to get when you get a WWE Elite. There's not too much to be surprised about. I'm just happy to have this figure. I think it looks awesome, so I guess I was jumping the gun when I said one of the best, but it is pretty cool. It doesn't come with a whole lot, of course, just these 3 things, technically 2, if you're counting like different things, but you know, it's one of those things. It's nice to have, especially if you can find it for $6 like I did. At $20, you know, it's fair. I'd say I'd be happy if I paid $20 for this, but you know, so that'll probably be it for me on this video. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I will hopefully be back with another video very soon. Bye.